This is how I took my actors from this to this. What up though, YouTube? My name is Gary J and I am your director. And I noticed that YouTube and Hollywood have a huge problem. See, when you search how to direct actors, 99.9% of the videos that pop up are either famous directors doing podcasts or interviews talking about their old work, or movie clips with some faceless commentary talking about notes that they think Martin Scorsese or Quentin Tarantino give to an A-list actor. And that's not helpful for somebody like me. And that's where I come in. On this channel, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes, showing you my process of how I give notes to an actor and how they receive the notes and use it, allowing you to see the changes from take one to the last take. Today I have my talented friends Charda and Taylor, and we're going to be recreating a scene from the film Thoroughbreds. Now, I haven't seen that film, and usually when you go on set, you either have a rehearsal or a table read, just so that you can talk to the actors beforehand and they can get used to the script. So that way, when you get to set, they already know what to do and you can fly through the day just like this. Because time is money. And in future episodes, I'll show you how to properly do those things. But today, I just wanted to come in, do things raw and fresh, and get the wheels rolling right out the gate. So without further ado, let's jump to the first take.
Well, I guess you're feeling a lot of feelings. Right now it's fresh.
Well, that's the funny thing, actually. I really don't
Don't what?
feel anything.
Like you don't have any negative feelings, or like you're numb. Like you don't have any negative feelings, or
Like, I don't have any feelings, ever.
sure you do.
Well, sometimes, I mean, I feel tired or I feel hungry, but like joy, grief, I don't have any of that.
I don't understand.
It's kind of hard to explain. I actually only recently admitted it to myself. I've gotten so good at watching and imitating other people's emotions that I sort of trick myself into believing I have them, but I don't.
Okay. First of all,
I'm like, what?
I know y'all trying to say it because I say y'all went to a party, right? You know, you're obviously known around campus, and you invited your roommate to a party. I say something bad happened at the party where you would think she embarrassed herself, and she just left the party, and so now you're coming back to comfort her and try to figure out if she's okay, what her emotional state is. And then that's where you find out that she doesn't have any emotions like at all. Shay, when you come in, I noticed that you were just looking at her the entire time. I wasn't necessarily mad at that choice, but I kind of want to come in to initially be afraid to look at her. Let's play it as if you are kind of partially the reason that she had to leave the party. Yeah, and so, you know, you're trying to be you're trying to be apologetic, but you're also, let's say you didn't fully think it was a big deal. And although, you know, Tate's character doesn't feel anything, she is able to recognize
When something's
like,
not right.
yeah. And then Tate, for you, I don't want you to look back to her until when you get to the part of like I don't have any feelings of her.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And action.
Well, I guess you're feeling a lot of feeling. So right now it's fresh.
Wow, that's a funny thing, actually. I really don't
Don't what?
feel anything.
Like you're numb? Like you don't have any negative feelings or?
Like, I don't have any feelings, ever.
Sure you do.
I mean, sometimes I feel tired or hungry, but like guilt, joy, I don't have that.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's actually really hard to explain. I only recently admitted it to myself. I've gotten so good at watching and imitating other people having emotions that I sort of tricked myself into believing I have them too. But I don't.
And cut. Great. Y'all are really good at like facial expressions. Maybe in
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts?
I think it's like so cool how like different like direction and like backstory, how like and like talking through things can like completely change a scene. Like I know like even from doing it in my apartment and like even what I wrote for the backstory, my take on it was like completely different. And then just like receiving like what your backstory was and like creating that different space that we were in, like it just helped to like inform the scene a little bit more.
Yeah, no, it's funny because we're talking about not having emotions, but it's really complex because, like we said, if somebody is a sociopath, usually they're really good at pretending not to be one. And so it's like coming in, I was like, oh, somebody must have died. Like somebody, like someone there, she's grieving, but she's not. She's supposed to be grieving, but she's not. But having like the background that like, actually, she's mad at you for something you did, but she's not mad because she can't get mad.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like Ariana would know that she should be upset because something that wasn't good happened, but she's not upset because she can't get upset. So it's like I feel like as an actor for me, I try to put myself into that person's shoes and feel what they would feel.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is to not feel anything. So it's like, she wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Because she could pretend to be mad, but she wouldn't be mad. Like, she just wouldn't feel that. That's not emotion that she has. So I'm like, how do you play that? Because also, like, it's really easy to just give nothing because, like, oh, I'm empty. There's nothing. But that's not true. Because if you go out into the world and you're just nothing, people will be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I want to do a different take, but I want to switch it up a little bit. I want to reverse it. I want to play it as if you did something unbeknownst to you that made you feel some type of way at the party. And so let's play it as if like you're the only one who kind of knows something's off about her, but you haven't figured it out yet. Maybe you didn't get to warn people like, oh, my roommate is a little weird, a little off. So when something does happen, it's like, oh, it's a bigger deal than it should have been. You know what I mean? Like if people understood it, they would have been like, we'll give you some grace. Because this one, I want you to go in with the initial intention of like checking in on her. But as it progressed and she's like, I don't feel anything, like feel any way about it, as if she's not sorry about the situation. At that point, that's when you can kind of let the negative emotions towards it comes up. Like, you've been giving her grace this whole time, and you aren't understanding she's a sociopath yet. You're kind of like, what the fuck? I want to try that, see how that plays.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and action.
Well, I guess you're feeling a lot of feelings. Right now is fresh.
Well, that's a funny thing, actually. I really don't
Done what?
feel anything.
Like you're numb? Like you don't have any negative feelings or?
Like, I don't have any feelings. Ever.
Sure you do.
I mean, sometimes I feel tired or hungry, but like things like joy, I don't really have any of those.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's really only recently that I've been able to admit it to myself. But like, I've gotten so good at watching and imitating other people that I've sort of tricked myself into believing it too. Like, that I have emotions, but I don't.
Okay. How does that one feel?
It definitely felt different. I think I like took myself out of it on a few moments because I'm like, I was thinking about your note. Like sometimes that can happen if I'm like digesting the note, but I'm still like trying to be present and like connect to my partner. Taking the note from the director, but like genuinely allowing it to affect me in that way. You know what I mean?
Yes, it was interesting because like, I feel like Ariana would know that Marie was mad at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just like, And so my choice is like, even looking at her later is interesting because she can't feel guilty. Like she does, you know, like she can know you're mad and she still won't feel anything about that. So it's just interesting to be like,
I think what's also interesting about your character is like you've like worked on like imitating other people's emotions. You know, like that's something that you know how to do. So it's like, yeah, you would know that I'm mad, but to like choose in this moment to be like, I don't feel guilt is like so disrespectful. I'm like, this is the moment. Like you know how to
don't really think.
Yeah.
He's like, you trying to make me feel bad, shawty, and it ain't working. Sorry.
No, literally. I'm like, that's rude. Like, we're literally roommates. Like, I tried to take you in, like, bring you to the party, like, and now you're just sitting here like, yeah, sorry, I don't feel bad. I don't know. I just think it's interesting that she would choose this moment to do that, especially if she's the one that messed up yesterday. Even if she don't feel it, she has the experience of, like, practicing feeling something or like she's aware of when people do feel things. So it's like it just seems like complete disrespect.
And a nice little blocking note. When you get to the line I don't understand, I want you to like grab her phone like this.
Oh.
Yeah. And you kind of are just looking like whatever, but it threw you off a little bit.
She's touching me.
Yeah. And so you go through that big chunk and like say what you gotta say. And while you're like shocked, still bound to the bed of like, what am I gonna do? Once you say, I don't, grab your phone right back
like,
and get the keep going. Yep. And action.
Well, I guess you're feeling a lot of feelings. Right now it's fresh.
Well, that's a funny thing, actually. I really don't
Don't what?
feel anything.
Like you're numb? Like you don't have any negative feelings or
Like, I don't have any feelings. Ever.
sure you do.
So sometimes I can feel like tired or like hungry or like joy or grief or guilt. I don't feel any of that.
I don't understand.
Well, it is kind of hard to explain. I actually just, admitted it to myself recently. But I've gotten so good at watching people and imitating their emotions that I've sort of convinced myself that I have them too. But I don't.
And cut.
I wanted to add a line. And I remembered I couldn't add a line. I was about to be like, girl, That was fun. That was really fun. I think, I wonder how it was for you.
It felt good. It definitely felt like I seen the aggression, I seen the urgency with the phone snatch. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be like a.
She said,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I said, okay, like I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm like, you took it to 10.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, no,
That's good that you feel like I did, because I'll say my thoughts after, but go ahead.
No, say what you about to say.
I feel like I have like this like reverse thing, which I noticed yesterday, of like when we used to do those like acting sessions, because we used to do like acting workshop sessions, where like it was just a group of actors that we would like meet like once a month or something like that in 2022. And back then I was going through that transition from theater to film, which I kind of was telling you about the other day. And I feel like now I be scared to like go big.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I have like that reverse thing of like before I would go big all the time and now I know how to go small. So now I think I was kind of telling you this maybe a little bit too. So I'm like with this, I'm like trying to like internalize my anger, but still allow myself to go there. Like this bitch got me fucked up, right? And so I'm like, dang, did I do it? Like, did I keep it too subtle? Like, yeah, but like hearing you be like, okay, like you kind of took it there when you snatched the phone like that. Like that helped me to be like, okay.
Yeah, you went big at the right moment.
Okay,
I would say.
good. Okay.
Yeah, and you weren't like so big the entire time that it was like obvious.
Yeah.
It was definitely like, because it was only that like brief moment where you did it, it like made it stand out a lot more.
Yeah.
Now that you caught a glimpse of how I directed the actors, how they took their notes and changed their performance from take one to the last take, I want to show you one more take that we did later in the day where they really locked in, understood their characters, and changed their performance for the better. It's a really good performance and it has a very funny ending. Take a look.
So, I guess you're feeling a lot of feelings. Right now it's fresh.
Well, that's a funny thing, actually. I really don't
Done what?
feel anything.
Like you're numb? Like you don't have any negative feelings?
Like I don't have any feelings. Ever.
Sure you do.
I mean, sometimes I feel hungry or tired, but like joy? Yo, I don't really have any of those.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I actually only recently admitted it to myself, but I've gotten so good at watching and imitating other people's emotions that I've sort of convinced myself that I have them too, but I don't. Girl, my name was like,
I'm so sorry.
No, you acted.
Not
You
to
stayed
nail.
in the scene. You gotta stay in the scene. So you did it. I was just like, oh, it's not coming with me.
And there you have it. That is episode 1 of How I Direct Actors. I helped them establish an emotional connection from pretty much scratch. Thank you to Taylor and Charda, very talented actresses. Please follow all of their social media. Obviously, I didn't post the entire shoot because then this video would have been like 2 or 3 hours. But you let me know. Maybe you want to see 2 or 3 hour videos because I have no problem doing that for y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. Let me know in the comments anything that you liked about this video, anything you would have done differently. Let me know topics you want me to talk about, whether it be blocking or crying on camera or working with non-actors. Anything, I plan on talking about all the topics when it comes to directing. So thank you for watching. My name is Gary J and I am your director. Okay, I'm not doing that. That's corny.